Hello, my lovely crafting friends. So it is super, super hot here. We are probably going to get the heat wave that has already gone through BC and is now in Alberta. It's going to be 42, I think, on Saturday, or that's what they're predicting anyway with the humidity. And it's really, really warm in my craft room. So because it's hot, and it's summery, and tomorrow's Canada Day, I'm continuing the red and white theme for this week, and we're going to be playing with one of my favorite stamp sets. I have had Daisy Lane for a while. I absolutely love daisies. They're probably my absolute most favorite flower in the history of the world because they're just so happy and pretty. If you're looking for it, Daisy Lane is on page 37 of the annual catalog. And there are punches actually that coordinate with it. I'm going to be using, the small daisy punch. And the punches you will find on, I'm just flipping here, on page 150 of the catalog. So I'm going to be using the small one, but there's also the large one. And as I said, it's on page 150 of the current annual catalog. I'm also kind of breaking out of just basic white. I am going to be using some basic white as well. But I remembered that in the In Good Taste Designer Series pack, there's this really pretty brick pattern. So I'm going to use that. I've got some real red cardstock, which in my humble opinion is probably the perfect Christmas red. Cherry Cobbler is a very close second. Actually, I interchange both when it's time to do holiday cards. Speaking of which, I am doing a Christmas in July on July 25th. If you'd like to reserve your kit, you can pop down below and send me an email, or hit the link to subscribe to my newsletter and I'll send you all of the info. I've also got some garden green that I'm going to be using with a sprig punch just to give it a little bit more color. And I've already gone ahead and of course I've got my dimensionals close at hand, my Stampin' Seal, and my ink pad. I'm going to be using Poppy Parade for this just to give it a little bit of a different red. And I'm going to do 3 flowers, but I've already punched out 4 of them. So I'm just going to do the last 2 and get that done. And then we'll go ahead to assemble the card. I'm just going to stamp. Now, Bailey, as always, is sitting on the windowsill in my craft room. So she might make an appearance or at least try to lend a hand or start a craft lunch. I'm not really sure what her MO will be today. She was a little out of sorts when I kicked her off my chair. Okay, so you're just going to line it up with your punch. And I like to give it sort of just a light press so that the paper doesn't move before I press down all the way, just to make sure that it's lined up exactly where I want it to be. I'm going to do the same with this one. And then if you're not happy with it, of course, you can just kind of either move the paper or move the punch. Whoops. There we go. All right. So our 3 flowers are done. Now you can use whichever adhesive you prefer. I'm going to be using just the regular snail adhesive on the back of 3. And then I'll probably use dimensionals on 1 or 2. I'm not sure yet. So I'm just going to put adhesive on the back. You just need a little bit. You can also use glue dots if you've got them handy, or you can use the Tombow or the clear glue as well. So now all I'm going to do is line it up and then just press, and then there's your flower done. I'm going to do this for the other 3. Now, one of the things that I like to do when I've got, I do this with the flowers and also with the butterflies. I just kind of put it in the center of my hand and then just press down and wiggle it around just so that it gives it just a little bit more pop and dimension. So now we're going to start to assemble the card. And like I said, this is super quick, super easy. So just 2 strips of adhesive on the long side. So the pattern paper I've cut to 4 by 5 1/4, and the real red piece in behind is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is my standard. Okay, and then I think I'm going to go up this way. So I'm just going to give these guys a little bit of dimension. Now, one of my favorite things that I learned when I was just starting out with stamping, a friend had invited me to my very first stamp party, and it was so much fun. What the demonstrator at that party did was she popped things up onto the dimensionals, which it's, I don't know, maybe 1/8 of an inch or so. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to put this one about here. But now for this one, I'm going to give it a little bit more dimension and then just tack a second one on top. So it still gives you a nice little pop of height, but it just sets it up just that much higher than the other one. So it really does, I don't know, it just makes it feel a little bit more realistic, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so now I'm going to do the sprig, and I'm going to do 2. Now I like, not always, but sometimes I'll cut an entire sheet into card front size. So then what I'll do is punch as far away from the edge as I can, so that the next time, if I'm doing a layered piece, this piece will layer over it, and it's a paper saver, and you don't see what's on the other side anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to stick these guys in, and I'm going to pop that up a little bit too, just with my fingers, kind of give it a bit of a curl. Oops. Come on, here we go. And give this guy a little blip of tape. All right, and then I'm just going to tuck this one in behind here, and then just press down. I also love using the sprig punch for Christmas cards. I did an oval shape. I cut these in brown. They kind of remind me of reindeer horns, antlers, not horns. It just, I don't know, it made me smile. Okay, and then I'm just going to stick this guy down here. Actually, maybe we need another one. And I'll stick this one down in here, but also kind of bring it up ahead of this guy. So there's our card. Quick and easy. I'm just going to add my sentiment to it. And for this one, I'm going to be using the Smile sentiment. And I think everybody could use a smile now and again. And I think I'm going to continue the red, and I'm going to use the Poppy Parade ink for the sentiment. And I'm just going to do it lower right-hand corner. Just tap, tap, tap gently. And then there's our sentiment finished. I haven't done a card in a while that didn't have some sort of blingy something on it. I think maybe I'll use my adhesive dots, or not adhesive dots, the Epoxy Essentials. And I'm just going to place the circles, I think. Just randomly do, I don't know, 3 of them. I think seems like a good number today. All right, so there's our card. Quick and fairly easy. As I said, all of these items are available in the current annual catalog. The new holiday mini catalog is actually going to be coming out in August, and Celebration is going to be happening then as well. So if you are in Canada and don't currently have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and would like to get a copy of the new catalog as well as the Celebration brochure, which has all of the free items in it that you can get. Purchase is either $60 or $120 before tax, and then you can pick whichever freebie you would like depending on the price point. Drop me an email. As I said, I will be putting that information on this video post, and if you're watching on YouTube, it'll be down below. Thank you so much for watching. There will be another video over on my YouTube channel featuring red and white on Friday. And just to give you a little bit of a sneak peek, because I really appreciate you watching my Facebook Live, this is one of the ones that I'm going to be doing, and I'm using painted poppies on Friday for this video. So thank you so much for watching. Try to stay cool, and I will see you again really soon. Have a great day.